Hi, my name is Alan Heisterkamp. Welcome and thanks for joining us. I'm joined here today by Josh Jasper, Erica Jones, and Phoenix Larned. We're here to talk about the Mentors and Bias Prevention Model and how it works and operates in schools and communities and around the country. Josh, welcome. Thanks for being here. Josh, could you tell us a little bit about your work in Dubuque, Iowa with Resources Unite and in general what that company is about?
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you. My name is Josh, and I'm with a nonprofit organization based in Dubuque, Iowa called Resources Unite. Our mission is to help strengthen communities throughout the country by connecting people and corporations to resources and volunteer opportunities. Much of our philosophy is that at the end of the day, we know that people want to get involved and make a difference, but sometimes they don't know where to start. And so we act as that starting point based on the needs of the community and the needs of nonprofit organizations throughout the tri-state area.
Great, thanks.
So Josh, what motivates you to be a trainer of the MVP model?
I've been doing the MVP model for probably 15 years now. And I think there's a lot of reasons that motivates me to be a part of this. But the big reason, I think, is just the effectiveness of it. I remember one of the very first times that I did an MVP training at a local college, and we were talking about the role of the bystander, and we were putting the college students in a scenario, a realistic situation in which they had to decide what they would do to prevent one of their peers from being assaulted. And it was much like any training, the students were all very much engaged. And long story short, I had returned to the college campus a few weeks later, and I'm walking through what was like the courtyard, and I hear my name being called out. It's like, Josh, and here it's this young man, probably 19, 20 years old, and he's running to the courtyard, and he catches up to me, and he's like, it happened. And so he stops, and he tells me, he's like, I was at a party this past Saturday night, and I saw one of my buddies trying to take someone upstairs that was intoxicated, and I knew what to do. And I believe that I effectively prevented them from being sexually assaulted. And he was vibrating. He was so excited that he felt, and he did. I mean, he saved that young woman's life. And it always takes me back to every time I do an MVP training that, you never know who you're going to touch or who you're going to reach. And I just feel like this work is able to impact and change a lot of people's lives.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So how do you connect leadership to the work at MVP?
So how do I connect leadership to the work within MVP? MVP, as we know, it talks a lot about leadership, and we kind of use that as a foundation in the conversation about, getting people to explore what it means to be a leader and why. But oftentimes when we think about leadership, it feels big. And one of the questions that often comes up with people in the classroom is, well, how do I take that to the streets? How do I actually operationalize leadership? And that's really where the conversation of the bystander comes in. And we talk to people about, so if you're in a situation, you're in any kind of situation, what are you going to do ideally as an active bystander based on the fact that you are a leader, and the conversations that we've had with people about what it means to be a leader and having courage and respect and integrity.
That's great. Phoenix and Erica, Josh and I have a couple of questions for you here real quickly as well. So Josh, you want to start, then I'll follow up?
Yeah, I'm really curious from both of your perspectives as to just why. Why do you do what you do and being mentors?
Well, first off, I'm going to start off by saying, I'm going to tell you guys what we do. We kind of, as a senior mentor, we kind of lead like the mentors. We go in there and we talk and we give these scenarios out. And so we give the scenarios out. We give these freshmen advice. We give them scenarios on what's going on. And so the reasons I think I do that is I want to see our school be a safer place, a healthier place, a happier place. And I just want to help our students be better people.
Excellent.
For me, as a senior mentor, we're mentors to not only our freshmen, but to our younger mentors that are coming up to be senior mentors. And to me, I like doing it because it helps kids that are younger than me, like, get further and like see that they have something else inside them that like that can maybe come out, just so that they can see their true potential.
That's awesome. Yeah. It gets me thinking about all of the different student leaders that are mentors, and I'm curious too, you know, if you were to reflect on your experiences and why you do, like, what do you think that you get out of it personally by being a mentor?
I mean, helping people feels good, you know. You've always known that. You've always, when you help someone out on the street or something, you know, give the homeless guy $1, it feels good inside. So there's that aspect to it too. But there's also like when you're giving these scenarios, you're giving these situations, you're learning from it too yourself, you know, because we're only seniors in high school. You know, we haven't been to college, we haven't been to the huge party life, you know, we haven't been exposed to some of this stuff. So when we're reading about it, we're learning about it too, you know, like telling them all this stuff, and then we go back and think on it a little bit later, and then our advisors are telling us stuff, so we learn tremendous amounts of things too.
I love knowing that I was the help in people's like voice, if that makes sense at all. Like kind of being their rock at one point, and then now they're stepping above and beyond who they used to be, and watching them become like successful in what they're trying to do, because successful is good, especially when you had a part in it.
Yeah, that's awesome. You know, I have to say, don't ever minimize the role that you're in as a high school student. You know, I oftentimes think as the big old dude that comes into a session and talking about MVP that I'm potentially never going to be seen again, whereas you're in it, right? I mean, you're in it every single day, and you're working with the students in that age group. And the reality is you have the most influence, not some dude like me.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Erica and Phoenix here, one last question. Some young people who are watching this video here today are maybe asking themselves, how can they get involved, or what can they do to make their community, their neighborhood, their schools safer, healthier, more respectful places? What advice could you give to someone who's watching this video today who wants to go out and make a difference?
I would just say to lead as much as you can, use your voice and stand out. Get out there and like you have a voice and use it. Like even if it's scary, even if it may seem like intimidating, it's not. It's nice. It's like it's nice to see people go far, and it feels good to be a big part of someone's life, and to have them come back to you and be like, you helped me. Like it feels good. Yeah,
thanks.
I would say take any opportunity to help out and be a better person. Just any little thing you can do, pick up somebody's books if they drop them. Just that all starts leading somewhere, you know. It's got to start somewhere. It'll eventually get bigger and bigger and bigger, and someday you'll hopefully be leading an MVP session.
Yeah. Well, your school is lucky to have you, and thank you both, Erica and Phoenix, for joining us here today. And Josh, thank you for your leadership and for the work that you do in the Midwest and across the country around prevention. This concludes our short video. Please come back to this site and look for more information about the Mentors Advantage Prevention Model. Thank you.
Thank you.